I'm excited to have my own train memory.
Some wonderful childhood train memories. When I was very young, living on Long Island, I lived in Port Washington, New York, on Long Island, and it was at the end stop of a train route into New York City. And 2 towns over, in the town of Manhasset, my maternal grandmother used to work at a bakery. And being a good Italian family, we used to get fresh breads every weekend for the family dinners. So my maternal grandmother would take me on the train every Saturday morning, and we would ride 2 towns over to my other grandmother's bakery to buy the breads and come back. So every Saturday I was treated to a great train ride with my grandmother, and I still remember that fondly. It's part of my best childhood memories, so I really enjoy trains.
Almost 24 years now, just about 24 years. Well, one night we were over to a friend's house over across the river here, and he worked with the Swiss loggers, and he built the horn, and he made it. We were down his basement in his workshop, and I said, I had played the trumpet before, and I said, well, let me try to play that thing. And so I got a few notes out of it, and I said, hey, why don't I take that over to Enzian and get up there and blow some notes, and that's about all I could do. So that's the way I started with that horn. And my son plays, yeah, we have a quartet. We have, I built a horn myself, and Jerry Dirks, who plays the bass part in our quartet, he likes the horn that I built better than the one we bought, so we bought 4 of them from Bavaria.
There's plenty to do here, and I think the fact that it's not the same thing that you would do it in a big city is what makes it even more attractive. You can walk down by the water and sit all day and just be hypnotized by your surroundings, you know. Those are the kinds of things that make it special. And I think it's very, very important to have entertainment when we invite people to come here. We've always raised funds.
You have everything you can think of on the outdoors. It's not only the beauty of nature that God has given us here. You have the river for river rafting and for tubing and for swimming and fishing, going to the beach. Then you have skiing, all kinds of skiing. Every kind of skiing is right here, including jumping. You know, when they come on the ski hill and they do their little jumping contests and stuff. Well, we have that within 5 minutes. We all have that here, and the tourists have the same thing. The tubing they do, all the different cross country, they're skating. Then you have a music school.
In a larger sense, we have a society now that is more and more withdrawn, more inclined to sit in front of a TV or a computer screen, not embrace interaction with other people. I think, unfortunately, that's drawing people to hide more than participate. It's unfortunate because they lose out. But not only do they lose out, but those that are enthusiastic and optimistic about the future don't have the support of those people that are choosing to hide. You have to understand that the general message being put in our community, and yes, this is a professional and a personal opinion, is fear-based. And data supports that. If you're afraid, you're less inclined to participate. I want to dispel that. The fact is that there is not anything to be afraid of. You can't do anything about it, most of it anyway. So when you hear this saturation of material about don't travel over the pass, you know, it's snowing, don't come out of your houses, you'll get swindled by a salesman, etc., etc. You have to have faith in the fact that it's gone on for centuries, millennia, that people have had to trust in each other. And we can't give that up. We've got to pull people back out of the community. And I embrace the professional more than I do my own personal belief, and that is a greater benefit not only to them, It's every member of this community, regardless of whether they participate or not. When you talk about the monies that are given to our retail and how they translate into schools, there's no bigger reason for them to participate. Children benefit.
And that's what I love about this life. When they first applied for their first $10,000, that's all they got. That was huge money in the 60s. And one of their criteria, they had to write a list of 12 things that why, you know, what do you see, what do you want to improve here, or what is your goal, what do you really want, and why should we help you? Would you tell us what you're going to do? And one of them was that people that lived here could have a family, and their kids would grow up and be educated and return here and find a place to live, afford a place to live, and be prosperous. And when we talk now in 2000, we have raised our children here, and our children have left us for education in various cities all over the United States, and have returned over, I'm sure it's over 50% of our children that left have returned here, and they have found a place to live, and they prosper. Isn't that cool? That, you know, it's written down and it actually happens. You see it years later. It's so good.
I've traveled all over the United States. I've lived in the state of Virginia and as far away as Hawaii. And I've seen some very, very beautiful places. Many of the people I've gone to school with have always lived in or near Leavenworth. They have no idea how lucky they are. I pinch myself every day and feel very blessed that I'm able to live, play, and explore this magical place. It is not unusual to see a few deer walking along the bank parking lot, or seeing a bald eagle flying overhead while you were driving to work that day. The thing is, Leavenworth is very special, and I hope to spread this message.
To